point of view. All right. Now, the past few weeks' testimony at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry unearthed a myriad of allegations of corruption, mismanagement and leadership battles, especially in the city of Ekurhuleni. A number of Ekurhuleni officials, including former city manager Imogen Mashazi, the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department Chief Julius Mkhwanazi, all of those were grilled over their alleged rot in the city, as testified by other officials who had faced victimization and even death threats if they challenged certain leaders. Over the years, Ekurhuleni has been the subject of insurmountable issues ranging from service delivery to financial mismanagement, relentless creditors' debt, billing crises, and even the murders of key employees. Let's now look at whether there should be focused attention on what's happening at Ekurhuleni's Metro. Senior Government Management Lecturer at the Central University of Technology and local government expert as well, governance expert, Paul Berkowitz, joining us for this discussion. So too, Dr. Xolisile Ngumbela, who joins us now too. To both of you, gentlemen, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate appreciate your time, should I say. Dr. Ngumbela, let me start with you. Should we have anticipated what we've just witnessed over the last 2 days?
Good morning, Arabile, to you and your viewers at home, and thanks for having me in your program. And what rot is coming out of the Madlanga Commission, it doesn't come as so unexpected necessarily, because the politicization within our municipalities, as well as the rot and the majoritarian rule within the municipality, our own metros, is very much challenging. And what we need and what we want to see is just the delivery of the basic services. And our metros, Mr. Gumede, have tended to be the administrative units, not necessarily the soul of the local communities. And as Mr. Gumede, Ekurhuleni municipality and that corridor, it was where manufacturing should be. And also we have the city of Johannesburg, where we are expecting finances, the logistics at Tekwini, and in Cape Town, we're expecting tourism. But what we see and found municipalities doing, they are found wanting. And instead of being developmental, they are confrontational. So therefore, the rot that is being exposed at Madlanga Commission rather, it's not so much of a puzzle for me. And what I expected by now is the language from the presidency that says, let's extend the terms of the commission, or come up with a commission that will look into the local sphere of governance in South Africa.
Yeah, that's actually fascinating to unravel and unpack as well. Paul Berkowitz, governance expert, also joining us for this conversation. I mean, let's maybe get your thoughts, because I'm even wondering just about the adequacy of witness protection. And I know that we've also heard from Justice Minister that Witness D actually did not want the witness protection. But what does this say really about the state's ability to safeguard whistleblowers as well?
Thank you, Arabile. It doesn't really say much, does it? As Dr. Ngumbela alluded to, as you yourself said, auditors have been killed or have survived attempted assassination attempts. There's been 3 of those in Ekurhuleni. And now the further witness at the Madlanga Commission. I don't think that adequate protection is given to the people that need it the most. In Johannesburg, we've had, as you know, a controversy over the cost of VIP protection to the mayor and members of the mayoral committee, but yet we've had a ward councillor resign because she said remaining in the job now is untenable. She'd requested VIP protection and had not received it.
Yeah, but then what is it? Is this a state of negligence? Is it complicity? Is it a systemic incapacity, Paul?
Again, to echo Dr. Ngumbela Arabile, it's not a surprise in general that the metros are doing badly. We know that financial mismanagement has been bad in general for a while. It is more of a surprise that it's coming out of Ekurhuleni, a metro where there'd been 3 consecutive clean audits for, as far as we know, until at least the middle of 2022. The metro is running a tighter ship. Under different coalition governments, first DA-led and then ANC-led afterwards. It was a bit of a surprise that someone like Dr. Mashazi, who had been in charge as a city manager for so long, who'd underseen the clean audit program, and an actual successful program, that the metro had regressed so quickly. And I think it raises the question of how much can a good audit hide in terms of financial mismanagement? We know that a bad audit is generally a sign of a mismanaged or corrupt municipality, but we also know that even not clean audits, but unqualified, largely without findings, like Johannesburg, like Tshwane, didn't mean much either in terms of the amount of money that is wasted or stolen.
Yeah, so let's talk broader picture then, Dr. Ngumbela, because that becomes a question mark here. Are these audits just not helping us see the broader picture? And we kind of need to do investigations on quite a few of these metros in order to get the honest picture and the honest truth, so that we can see situations like this and hopefully do away with them.
And yes, Arabile, I think I want to fully agree that the problem here, you'll find out there's high vacancy rate, and also there's a lack of professionalism, ethical good governance that is leading to these audits. And what we need, Arabile, in South Africa is to attract within these metros a professional, skilled workforce that is capable to do the work. And if we're talking of the capable state, there must be the capable institutions, and that must start with the local government. And also, if we want to do away with poverty, food insecurity, we must be able to attract the investors and make these communities investor-friendly. And Arabile, we also forgetting one thing: there should be community safety forums that should take place, and you'll find out there's a cry. All the municipalities would be neglectingly saying to you that those are an unfunded mandate, and the municipalities are failing to generate revenue on their own. And also the technological advancement is bypassing our local government. And also the partnership with big businesses, not necessarily selected few, where people can make their payments. And also the reading or the meter readings should be a day, should be regulated. And also these unstable coalitions. And the case in point here, Mr. Gumede, just imagine the Patriotic Front, that act theatrically, Kunene was suspended. And when he was brought back, you see that Mr. Mackenzie was in a frenzy to say he must be brought back to the mayoral committee. And you'll find out these coalitions just there for petty political gains, not necessarily for developmental nature of the local government, and also for the investment of our local areas. It is there for selfish reasons. And I anchor Mpho was brutally murdered in Ekurhuleni because he exposed a lot of doings when it comes to the financials, and there's poor financial planning, and also those and those shows that they are carrying in the council, and we'll find that the mayor and the municipal manager, they don't see eye to eye, and yet they had to carry the mandate because the citizens, what they want nothing else but the delivery of the basic services. And we'll find out even the aging infrastructure that is due to neglect within the municipalities.
Yeah, so Paul Berkowitz, do you think then, considering we've heard conversations...
And also, there are these electrical...
Sorry.
And there are these electrical outages that are not load shedding.
Yeah.
That we need to
Dr.
take care of.
Your line
and
is
also
just...
the water boards.
Your line is just cutting a little bit. So I'm so sorry, Dr. Ngumbela. Your line is just cutting a little bit as well. So I'm gonna just stop for a moment with you, and I'm just gonna move on to Paul very quickly. But Paul Berkowitz, we've seen things like victimization being things that have also been made note of. We've seen, allegations of sexual misconduct as well, and amongst a whole myriad of other issues and situations happening just for the EMPD or the Ekurhuleni Metro. So this then takes us to our poll question that we're actually asking our audience as well today. Should we be having a special investigation just to focus on Ekurhuleni? It won't necessarily look at being a commission per se, but an investigation into some of the malfeasance that we've already been, alluded to so far during the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. What are your thoughts, Paul?
Arabile, I don't know if there should be a commission just for Ekurhuleni. As Dr. Ngubane said, every metro is struggling with the same things. There are stories we know of Johannesburg. We know that the Group Forensic Investigation Services, the anti-corruption unit set up in 2016, was disbanded 2 years ago after being very successful at prosecuting hundreds of millions or billions of rands of corruption within the city. So if you're going to have a special commission for Ekurhuleni, you'll need one for Johannesburg. You may as well need one for Tshwane as well to find out why the municipality suddenly went to an adverse audit opinion, seemingly out of nowhere, having had relatively clean audits before that. And possibly, there are parallel investigations into eThekwini. There's already investigations into Zandile Gumede, and the list goes on. To single out Ekurhuleni, it's definitely fallen from a high point of 2019 to 2022, when it seemed that it was much cleaner, when there was zero unplanned expenditure, irregular expenditure. It's now sitting at 500, 600 million, which is a lot, but both Johannesburg and Tshwane have more than 1 billion and sometimes billions of rands of money to explain why it was misspent.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go with the minority. I don't know why Ekurhuleni should be singled out. All the metros have these deep problems. It is very serious.
Yeah, and I think that's why I made note of an investigation and not necessarily a commission, because that would be something else entirely. But I take your point, I think, fully with regards to that. So really appreciate it here to really get a sense of how dire the situation is. Do you think overall we'll be able to get to the bottom of this, Paul?
I hope so, Arabile. I hope that with the Madlanga Commission, we can focus on these specific issues that perhaps IPID could get involved if it is the EMPD. I'm not sure of the jurisdiction, but that hopefully now that people have been identified, now that we know just exactly how, as city manager, Mashazi was ignoring very serious crimes, protecting certain colleagues, allegedly.
Yeah.
But as these are serious allegations and should be investigated.
Yeah, Paul Berkowitz, really appreciated, governance expert, joining us there to just get his thoughts when it comes to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, what we've seen thus far, particularly out of the Ekurhuleni Metro as well.